Handicapper Steve here, handicapping the racing from Woodbine Racetrack up in Ontario, Canada here on Sunday. It is October the 18th, 2015. It's Canadian International Day, a really great card from Woodbine. I'm going to handicap the stake races on the program. Races 4, 6, 8, and 9. So that's races 4, 6, 8, and 9. So let's get on to it. Today's fourth race. And remember to please follow me on Twitter at 316picks for more selections for the whole card from Woodbine. The fourth race is the 43rd running of the Nearctic Stakes. Grade 3 purse $300,000 for 3-year-olds and upwards. We have a field of 11 horses traveling 6½ furlongs over the E.P. Taylor turf course. The rail will be set out at 0 feet. And as you can tell by that race course, it's a weird design. I'm going to go with the 2-7 here in this really wide open field. Number 2, Cyclogenis at 4-1, John Velasquez for George Weaver. Horse started about 2.5 months ago over at Saratoga on August 6th in the Quick Call Stakes for 100 grand. Finished fourth by 1 3/4 lengths. So that was the horse's first start back from England. Start before that run at Royal Ascot in the Commonwealth Cup. But this horse just had a lot of traffic that day. If you watched the replay, it was just all over. Then start 4 that was in the Commonwealth Cup at Ascot on June 19th, 6 furlongs on a good to firm turf course. Finished 14th by 13.5 lengths in a field of 18. He just chased leaders from 2 furlongs out and just tired that day. Remember, that is a 6 furlong straightaway course with a tiny bit going uphill. So it wasn't a really good run, but you have to look at the horse who won that day, Muhar, who just won the British Champion Sprint yesterday at Ascot. So he faced a really tough field. Then start 4 that was actually May the 18th at Presque Downs on 6 furlongs on the Tapito in the Tom Ridge Stakes for 100 grand. Won easily by 2 3/4 lengths. I remember that race particularly well because I had that horse that day. I made a lot of money at 2-1, but I think I had like $25 on him to win. But he just had a really clear victory that day. His last win actually came before that. Last one on turf came to Laurel Futurity at Laurel last year. September 27, 5.5 furlongs on turf. Won by 5 3/4 lengths. He was just ridden out to win that day. Gonna go with this one. I'm also going to go with the 7, The Great War, H1, owned by the Coolmar Group, John Magnier, Michael Tabor, John Magnier, trained by Wesley Ward, ridden by Joel Rosario at 8-1. Hasn't started in a 2 months. Same race that Cyclogenis came out of, the Quick Call Sticks at Saratoga, 5.5 furlongs on turf. Finished second by 1.5 lengths. A very good second place finish. That was his first start in over 6 months, something like that. But he just chased 3 2 wide and was running on really well. 6 furlongs, I think this horse could have really caught the winner, who was ready for rye. Then Turfway 6.5 furlongs. Turfway a mile 16th on February the 28th in John Battaglia Memorial. The prep race for the lanes at what do you call it? The Spiral Stakes. Finished 10 by 30, 1 1/4 lengths. He just led that day. It really wasn't as good run. And then the 96 Rock Stakes for 70 grand at Turfway, 6.5 furlongs on January 31st. Won by 7 1/4 lengths. Just an easy ridden out victory. Start before that was actually trained by Aidan O'Brien. Ran San Anita mile 16th on November the 1st in Breeze Cup Juvenile. Finished 4th by 8.5 lengths. He just had he was very close to lead, just really couldn't catch Texas Red. The track wasn't playing for closers that day, I noticed, so you had to be really, really near the pace. So deep closer weren't really rating well that day. It's back to a distance which really helped this horse. The grass will have a little bit of give. It wouldn't be as dry as most American turf courses. So I think this horse should really like the turf. I think the Woodbine turf course now is playing like a turf course that will play in like Europe. So he'll go back to this European starts he had. Like his last win in Europe came at Kirk in Ireland on September the 28th in the Anglesey Equine Hospital Bethlehem Stakes. Won by 3.5 lengths, and he was just kept on going well that day. So going to go with this one. Had a work at Keelan, 5 furlong workout, 1 minute 4, the best workout at 6. So recount my bets for the fourth race from Woodbine, the Nearctic Stakes. Going to go with the 2-7 exact box here. Really tough to find a horse to put on top, but you never know. So now let's go to today's 6th race. The only race on the program, the 6th race that is not on the turf, that is a stake race, is the Ontario Fashion Stakes, Grade 3, purse $150,000 for filly mares, 3-year-olds, and upwards. We have a field of 10 horses traveling 6 furlongs. Really nice race here again. 6 furlongs. That gives me a second to stop speaking. Um, and I'm going to actually go with the 8 horse here. Number 8, Unspurted. Hopefully I said that right. Rico de Silvia is in the saddle for Roger Atfield. Hadn't started since July the 1st at Woodbine. 7 furlongs in the Swift to Ride Stakes, the Swift to Bid Stakes, something like that. Stakes. It was a stakes race for 100 grand. Finished 6 by 11 quarter lengths. The winner of that race, Endless Light, is running back into this race also. But this horse just broke out where it had a brief speed and it wasn't the best start. Start before that was a mile 16th, around 2 turns at Woodbine, June the 13th in Trillium Stakes for 115 grand. Finished second by a neck that day. He was just caught late that day for the win. For the win, yeah. Last time this horse won was in the Whimsical Stakes on back in April the 18th at Woodbine, 6 furlongs, won by a length with Al Garcia. This horse just rallied late to win. So gonna go with this one. It's a tough race to handicap. 6-1, bit of a price. At 11 drop kid. So recap my bets for the 6th race from Woodbine. Gonna go with the 8. Now let's get on to race number 8. The 8th race from Woodbine is the 59th running of the E.P. Taylor Turf Cup. Turf handicap. Grade 1 purse $500,000 for fillies, mares, drills, and upwards. We have a field of 12 horses and quite a few European horses traveling a mile and a quarter over the uniquely designed E.P. Taylor turf course. As you can tell, it starts by the incline on the turn, goes around, down the backstretch, over the old Marshall turf course, and then goes to the front. But we have 12 horses going post. I'm going to go with the 9-10 here. Number 9, a European invasion for Coolmore, for John Magner and Michael Tabor, actually. Coolmore, if you want to go like that, too. 3-1, number 9, Curvy. 3-1, Ryan Moore for David Witchman out of Galileo. Started October the 3rd at Belmont Park here in America. That was the first time the horse got Lasix also in the Flower Bowl Invitational. On a very, very wet turf course. Finished 5th by 7 lengths. I think this horse will really love a firm turf course. He's the heavy favorite. He was just pinched back and was 3 to 4 wide turns. Remember, that race was actually on the outer turf course, the Widener turf course. So he was, if the race started actually on near the turn, so they had a really short run to that turn. Start for that was actually at York in England on August 20th in the Darley Yorkshire Cup. Yorkshire Oaks actually finished 4th by half length. Really just a scrambled to the finish and just missed the leader that day. Cutting back to a mile and a quarter should really help this one. Has a win back at Ascot June 18th in the Ribbersdale Stakes for $250,000. Group 2 that day, won by a length. He just ran on to a really clear victory. Personally, I think the European horses are a lot better caliber than the American horses, because if you think what they're running in Europe, they're running without Lasix half the time, and they're really doing well. So, and when they come to America, when they get Lasix, they should really fire up. So I really think this horse is going to have a really special day tomorrow. 3-1 Ryan Moore, one of the best riders in the country, getting his first start in America for this season. Hasn't had any rides in America this year, but he's won quite a few Breeders' Cup in the past. He rode last year, but getting his first mount in America for this season. 3-1. Should really like this one. 10-4 in his career, this horse. So going to go with this one. I'm also going to go with the 10, Eastern Bell. 5-1, John Velasquez for Grand Motion. Last time after on Saratoga Mile 3 since September the 5th in the Glen Falls Stakes, Grade 3. Finished second by 3/4 in length. He was angled out at the 5/16 foal, was 4 wide there, and had a bid 3/16 foal and just missed the winner, White Rose, who's running back in this race. Start before that was in the Waya Stakes at Saratoga Mile and a half on August 8th. Finished second by 3/4 in length. Was 3 wide at the third turn, 5 wide at the quarter pole, and just had a very wide trip, did not save ground at all. This horse is having outside post here, so it's going to be a very big question when they go around that little hook on the backside of the course. So hopefully this horse could save some ground. This horse is a British-bred horse out of Champs-Élysées. I believe he ran in the Breeders' Cup. I don't know if he won it. I think so. It sounds familiar, but but I just really like this horse here. The mile and a quarter cutback from his last two starts really helped. We're in the New York Stakes at Belmont earlier this season on June the 5th. Finished second behind Waltzing Matilda. Um, Again, this horse just had a horrible trip. His last few starts have been just horrible. Hopefully, by trips, I mean like just wide all the way out. Hopefully today he can really benefit by saving ground. But break from pose position number 10 is going to be really hard. So going to go with this one. So count my bets for race number 8 from Woodbine's the E.P. Taylor Turf Stakes. I'm going to go with the 9-10. Now let's get on to today's feature race, the ninth race. What is the $1,000,000 78th edition of the Pattison Canadian International Grade 1. We have a field of 11 horses traveling 1 mile and 1/2 once around the E.P. Taylor Turf Course. As you can tell, that's what they're running over. 1.5 miles. And it's very hard race to handicap trying to find a winner. If I play a pick 3, I'm going to give you or pick 4. I'm going to give you the 3 horses I would put on the ticket. I'm going to go 2, 3, 7. It's just very hard for me to find a single right now. If you follow me on Twitter, I'll give out a single, which of the 3 horses I really like. But like I said, I'm going to go 2, 3, 7 here. Number 2, Canic Chase, 7-2. Ryan Moore again. This horse is getting first-time Lasix, carrying 126 pounds. And let's see, they're all traveling. Almost all of them are carrying 126 pounds. The 11 horses carrying 123 pounds. But this horse getting first-time Lasix, that should really help. Last time out, the run on September 25th at Newmarket, a mile and a half in the Godolphin Stakes. Just a plain stakes for 61 grand, won by 3/4 of length. He was just clear and strong that day. Very, very nice victory for him against lesser quality horses for that day. If you look at who he ran against. Then at Windsor on August 29th, mile and a quarter, in the upbeat Will Winter Hill Stakes Group 3. Finished second by length in a Group 3 company. Very nice. Really nice start over the course. If you ever watch race from Windsor, it's not a normal course. It's like an number 8 shaped course. So what do you call that? Figure 8, I think. So if you look at the number 8, that's what the course looks like. So it's a very unique course, very hard for horses to go over that. And then start 4 that was in Prince of Wales Stakes at Ascot on June 17th. Finished 7th behind a very, very tough field that day in that Group 1. Free Eagle won. The Great Gatsby, a very impressive horse, finished second that day, and Western Him, another really good horse. He was just had one pace late. Wasn't a really best run. He could have had better starts against a Group 1. Just remember that company is very tough, facing lesser company than he did than that day today. So I'm going to go with this one, 7-2 here in the American odds. Also going to go with the 3. Hopefully I say this right. Shakes Sarharad Road. Shakes Sarharad Road. A British red horse from Martin Lane. 6-1. Last time out there in Chester in England, September the 12th. In the Betfred Stand Stakes, going 1.916, so it's a mile and 4.5 furlongs. Finished third by 1.5 lengths. He just switched right to his right lead at the furlong pole and stayed on going that day. This horse isn't getting Lasix, but he ran over this course last season, September the 14th, 9:14. A mile and a half on a good turf course in Northern Danzo Stakes, Grade 1. Got a 105 speed figure for finishing first that day by half length. This horse was off slow, but just came up running late to a really nice victory. But since then, he hasn't won since that race. This horse has only won, it was 29-8, but he's never won since then. He ran the Shahima Classic at Maidan, finished 5th that day. In the prep for that race, finished 2nd, which was a very, very nice 2nd. He just was no match for the winner, but it was a decent 2nd. And then ran the Prince of, in the Hardwick Stakes at Ascot, a Group 2, finished 4th by 7 lengths. Again, he just really couldn't get there. Today, facing this company, I think he should really like it. He loved the turf course back last year. So, I'm going to go with this one. And I'm also going to go with the number 7, the American horse, Triple Threat. 10-1 Joel Rosario for Wilmot. Last time out there on the Woodbine mile and a half on September 13th in the Northern Dancer Stakes, it just poured, I believe, right before the post time of that race. So, it was very wet. Finished third by 3.75 lengths. The first 3 finishers coming out of that race also. It was just off a bit slow. It was just out of his game. Second start over the yielding turf course. And I don't think this horse really liked this. Horse is owned by Team Valor. Start before that, again, they got some rain right before the post time, right before the race, and it poured at Arlington, the Arlington Millions Mile Quarter at Arlington. Finished 11th by 21 and a quarter lengths. He was forward at the second turn and just really had nothing left. I don't think he liked the course. Firm turf course, I think this horse will really do well. First start in America was June 7th of this year. Monmouth and Monmouth Stakes, won by nose. He's moved forward wide and had a game finish, was really closing. So really like this distance and course today if it's firm. Dry turf course, this horse will excel at. The Lasix, since he came to America, he just hasn't had really. He had one good race, two subpar races, I think. But turf course really do be to his liking. So going to go with this one. So recap my bets for the Canadian International from Woodbine. Going to go with the 237. Good luck to all, and please follow me on Twitter at 316fix for more selections. Good luck, everybody.